Salutations everyone, Amadeus44 here, and welcome back to another episode of Neverwinter Nights 2. So, as we can see, the map is back, which is pretty awesome. Not much I can do here, I'd say. Actually, since I do have a personal room, I wonder if I have some sort of storage system that I can go through. Also, everything is still a wee bit jittery. That should be, yep, crafting room. There we go. Let's see here. Chest or something, please? No chest. Not even an or something. Crap. Also, I noticed that with the resolution a little bit lower, the frame rate is a bit more stable, which is pretty awesome. Okay. So, as we remember last episode, we were framed for the destruction of a town, and now in order to right ourselves, we have to become a squire. Yay. Also, we have sand now. Actually, let's see what he has.
I think it is time everyone marched behind me, your new glorious leader.
I already hate this guy. He has a dagger, huh? What does he have in feats? Okay, so he can summon the familiar. And he is a wizard. You're a wizard, Sand.
Yes.
And let's see. Do we have any sort of dagger or something that he can use? Maybe even a quarterstaff. You can use scrolls, right? Right? Please say yes. Here, have a silence. Can you use Kukiri? I doubt it.
Really?
Nope. Dang it.
Yes.
Magic weapon. Cure moderate. No idea what those bracers are. Can we identify them now? No. No, we cannot. So, I have no clue what else we can do. We have 2 mental bonus shards. Charisma, Intelligence, Wisdom. Charisma, Intelligence, Wisdom. Physical bonus, health bonus. Acid and electrical, and paralysis immunity. Here, have a lesser spell breach. And polymorph self. And you know what? Maybe you can use that identify to identify the thing that I got. Here, have a wand of missiles as well. Oh, and some armor. There's the unidentified bracers.
Listening, really?
Identify. On the... Oh, you know what the bracers are. Awesome. And the armor is... Enkidu's armor, huh? You know what? Yeah, let's give you the bracers of armor. Amulet of will, that's will saves, yep. So let's go and give you that. Also, what's your alignment? Lawful neutral. I can accept that, even if you are kind of jerkish. Now, Enkidu's armor, that is 8 AC plus 1 AC bonus. Piercing and slashing resistance. Versus my armor of comfort. You, what is your class? Fighter, huh?
Yes.
Well, I got something for you. Boop. You know what? Let's give you a two-handed weapon just because. And in case you don't like two-handed weapons, let's give you this and this. And that looks like it. So let's go back to you. Cold iron short sword. And that is... I have no idea what the difference is with cold iron. Oh, fake creatures and fiends are not very good with that. Okay. So that's a two-hander, huh? Okay. That's 1d12, strength plus 2, and plus 1 enhancement versus 2d6. Let's go with the 2d6. Actually, 1d12 plus strength. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay then. Let's go get our squireship. Or whatever the heck we call it here. Yes, exit party. So I got Nishka, Kelgar, Sand, and our new friend. Nishka, there you are. You're as hard to track down as ever. Well, with the network of informants you have, Tasha, I wouldn't have thought finding me would be that hard. Or maybe it is when you're as good as I am. Ooh. So you're back. Leldon told me. Oh dear. So you and Leldon, you're... Oh yes, but that's old news, and he's better than ever. TMI. He's planning one last job before he retires as the greatest thief in Neverwinter's history. One last job? And the greatest thief in Neverwinter? How does he figure that? Have you heard of the Collector? He has the most valuable collection of art, sculpture, and artifacts in Neverwinter. Leldon would take the best of the lot and will retire like a king and queen to Kalimshan. That's why Leldon is the greatest thief ever, and he'll always be hanging up by his coattails. Ow! Farewell, Nishka. That sounds like a trap. That little and greatest thief ever. Right, no way is Leldon getting the better of me. I'm the greatest thief, not him. This title isn't worth having, and I'm not breaking the law. This would probably give me a few points in lawful, but it would mean minus reputation with Nishka. Yeah, sure. Woo! Also, boo, -2. The title is worth having, or at least it's not worth Leldon having it. You don't understand anyways. You're right, I don't. I know where the Collector lives. It's in Black Lake. I say we go after Leldon, and we put him in his place, and make some gold while we're at it. Well, at least I got some lawful out of that. So, let's go into the market district where this person is that I can be a squire to. Actually, before we go, let's see here. Would Sand's shop have the curatives that I would like? That's a good question. Healer's kits, that's the word that I was looking for. Hi. Okay, so we've got boots, mask, and we also have a lot of stuff that we can sell. Boop. Yes. Oh, you can have this identify scroll as well. Yes. Indeed. 1d12, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm gonna ditch the Astral Blade, I guess. Here, you can have Lesser Restoration as well. Gold Claws. Skeleton Rib. Bolts of Frostbite, I do not need you. Yeah, sure. Just pretty much getting rid of stuff that I do not need. Like those gloves. Lots of necklaces. Lots of gemage. Pretty much a ton of stuff that I do not want or need. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, restoration, you can have that. Okay. Nope, actually, we don't really need that. Next. Yeah, sure, you can have a diamond. Ooh, lich dust is quite valuable. Now then. Let's see here. Come on. Give me what I want. So basically, we have no healer's kits here. Unless they're in here. Which they are not. Nor are they here. Yeah, what the heck? Why are healer's kits so rare here? Either way, what are these gargoyle boots? AC bonus 2, fortitude, stone skin, huh? Okay. Well, either way, I think we've got... let's go... Oh, only one. But there's some cure moderates. That'll help. There we go. Now that we've done that, let us go to our destination. Sorry about the delay, but I'm sure that you can understand. Okay, it looks like there's an exit over here. So let's go and do that. To the merchant quarter. Boop. Okay. Next. Alright, in we go. And watch that this person's gonna be a complete and utter jerk. Kinda like sand. Yes, I went there. Hi.
Blessings of Tyr be upon you. Sir Naval has told me of your predicament, and it so happens that I have need of a squire. This is unusual, to say the least. Usually prospective squires spend months, even years, proving themselves before they are permitted to enter the nobility.
Indeed.
But Captain Brelena and Sir Naval both vouch for your character and your ability. And I have heard of your exploits in the city as well.
I'm glad.
Still, count yourself lucky to avoid years of caring for my horse and scouring the rust from my arms and
I am lucky.
Your need is great, so I'll take you as my charge.
That's it, and I'm a squire?
Not quite so simple as that, but years of service will be passed over in your case. I am Sir Grayson Corrit. My sword is sworn to Nasher, Neverwinter, and
Sounds
Tyr,
good.
and it falls to me to teach you chivalry, so that you will not dishonor me overmuch as
Okay.
your knight.
I will be honored to serve as your squire.
Good. You appear capable of defending yourself, so we'll not
Thank you,
discuss
thank
that.
you.
The Brotherhood of Knights is one bound by the ideals of chivalry and honor. Without honor, a knight is nothing more than an animal with a
Indeed.
sword. To be a knight is to lead a life of duty and responsibility. We are bound by a code that prescribes our every action.
That is true.
To be brave and valorous in battle against your enemies. To show no fear in their presence. To be just and righteous. To embody and uphold the laws of your lord and land. To be respectful to your enemies and kind to your
Right.
fellows. To protect the weak and those who cannot defend themselves. All squires have these rules impressed upon them by rote and lash. But I suspect that you are mature enough to take the lesson without the
Good, good.
cuffing.
But what if the laws of my lord and land require me to act unrighteously?
To serve your land is to act righteously. If your cause is noble, so too are the actions you take in its name. What wouldn't you do to see your home protected? To know that your loved ones are sleeping soundly each night?
I have to live with my actions. My conscience dictates that path.
Remember that in becoming a squire, you take an oath to serve Neverwinter. See that your conscience doesn't guide you down the path to treason.
Okay.
Knowing the code of conduct is important for a knight or squire, but living by that code is paramount. To be a knight is also to live a life of service to your lord and
Right.
realm. You will be expected to perform certain duties for the crown. Given your unique circumstance, these duties will be waiting for you after the trial. However, there is one observance that cannot be postponed. The vigil.
That sounds interesting and maybe a little bit fun. What must I do?
Your vigil is a time for reflection and contemplation. It is a sacred tradition. All who would become squires spend a night in the solace glade. You must spend the night alone, of course. Most choose to reflect on their vows or to ask the blessing of their
Right, right.
gods. On the next morning, I will welcome you into our brotherhood.
Nice. I am ready for my vigil.
Come then. I will lead you to the solace glade.
Sounds good. Okay, loading, loading. Come on. There we go. So this is a glade, huh?
Every knight and squire of Neverwinter has touched this sacred ground. To Helm, to Tempest, to Torm, and to Tyr have prayers been given. Think on that. Think on the fellowship you wish to join. Perhaps clear your mind and think of nothing.
You got it.
I will return in the morning, and you will greet the new day as my squire.
Awesome. See you in the morning.
Indeed, I take my leave of you and your thoughts.
Excellent, excellent.
Are you here? I can barely see anything out here.
Hi. What are you doing here? Chandra, what are you doing here?
Look, the way trouble follows you, there's no way I'd let you come out here alone.
Thank you for coming, but I meant to stand this vigil alone. It's tradition.
You really believe this stuff, don't you? Maybe I was wrong about knights. Well, I'm training just like you are. My mentor told me to follow his lead, so here I am. If you think I'm leaving now, think again. Anyway, I doubt I could find my way back to Neverwinter in the dark. Plus, I wanted to see if any of the gods would want to inflict further punishment.
Ow!
Hey, did you hear
Yeah,
something?
there's 3 people.
I didn't expect the girl to be here. We'll spare her the grief of crying over your corpse and kill her as well.
Yeah, you look
I'm
nasty.
right here, you know. Why don't you try?
Who are you and why are you bothering me?
We're the ones who've been sent to kill you, Squire. Try not to die too quietly.
Interesting. Okay, you.
Something you want?
Assassin leader. Me. Also assassin leader. Feel like he might be a little bit stronger than the others. Okay, that was good. Okay, I now understand why they wanted me here. They wanted to test my valor. Or something.
Solace Glade, huh? Talk about a poor name choice. Those men came out of nowhere. Don't you ever spend one night in peace?
There was that one time, back maybe, 20, 25 years ago, but we don't really talk about that. It's rare, trust me.
I believe that. Hey, the leader there. He's got a ring on his finger. It's a circle with teeth or spikes.
Or daggers.
Could be, I suppose. It's hard to tell with all the blood. Here, you take the ring. I don't want to hold on to it. Look, maybe I better slip away before your knight returns. I don't want you getting into any trouble.
I appreciate it. That's for the best. Thank you for your help.
Sure. Actually, in some ways, it was kind of
Excellent.
fun. Good luck. And hopefully when we see each other again, you'll be Neverwinter's newest squire.
I have a feeling I failed. I was attacked by Luskan assassins. They are not my problem any longer.
No doubt they caught wind of our plan and saw this as their last chance to judge you as they wished. Either way, their efforts have failed, and that is all that matters. I take you as my squire and bind you to the service of the throne of Neverwinter.
Woohoo!
This title also admits you into the nobility. For truly, there can be no charge nobler than protecting one's home from those who would threaten
Excellent.
it. Come, Nasher should be informed of your change in station.
Awesome. Let us go. Wonder what kind of ring that was. I'm guessing this is going to be a cutscene. Yep, called it.
Sir Grayson, a pleasure to see you.
It is my honor to serve, my lord.
What brings you here? You look troubled.
My lord, it has come to my attention that this man stands accused of murder and is to be given over to Luskan for
Yes.
trial.
What you have heard is true. Is that why you are here?
I am here because this man is my squire and must be tried by your hand and the will of the gods alone.
What is this nonsense? This knight has no squire.
Squire here.
I would choose your words carefully, Ambassador, lest I think you are accusing one of my knights of speaking
Indeed.
lies.
I only hear the words of a man shielding a murderer.
Then let the accused speak. What say you? Does my knight speak truly? Are you his squire?
I am his squire and I swear to serve Neverwinter faithfully and well.
Then it is true. That means this squire will be tried here, Ambassador, not within Luskan's walls.
Woo!
There is no justice in this, but I was a fool to expect justice in Neverwinter.
Ow! Jeez. Talk about barbs.
Seeing that gloating smile strip from her face pleases me more than you will know.
I can take a few guesses.
But this has bought only a little more time. Time we cannot afford to waste.
Definitely.
We must find the truth of what happened at Ember, and
Yes.
quickly. But you cannot do so here. You have my leave to depart, Neverwinter, provided you give your word to return for the trial.
Of course, Lord Nasher.
Travel to Port Last. Someone there can guide you to Ember. Then return with whatever you can that will prove your innocence.
It would be wise to speak to Hieromos in Port Last. He is said to be a fair man and vigilant of his people and the lands around. We'll see.
You are to be congratulated on joining the service of Neverwinter and its knights. Serve Neverwinter, and it will serve you.
Excellent.
For now, go to Port Last. It should be marked upon your map. Once there, see about visiting Ember as well.
Yes, sir.
Keep your resolve. I am confident you will expose the truth of this matter soon enough. And after this trial, I will have more duties for you.
Of course, of course. I never would have expected it otherwise. Looks like you've changed things around a little bit, Lord. I'm not saying that's a bad thing or anything. I'm just saying that that looks interesting. Okay, so out we go. And this gets me to where? I'm guessing... Black Lake. Awesome. Interesting that the castle is now... Amadeus? Welcome to the Black Lake District, sir. I'm Sergeant Brockenburn, and it's a pleasure to finally meet you. You'll find this a quieter ward than what you're used to. I think my men are honest lot. We take no bribes and tolerate no disorder. Is the lockdown still in effect? No, nasty business that. We weren't able to locate the murderer. By now, he's surely escaped the district. I've added more watchmen to keep an eye on things. All the same, the lads will feel better with you in the district, I think. We've all heard about how you've cleaned up the docks. You need any help finding anything around here? I'm at your service. How long have you served here? 20 years I've patrolled these streets, and I make a point to know every grudge, every love affair, every tawdry bit of gossip. Wouldn't be such a quiet ward if I didn't. What's there to see around here? Best to be careful about sightseeing. The nobles here value their privacy. A few of them have their own guards, and they've no qualms about drawing blades on us. You got it. I admit, the theater on the lake does attract a certain amount of attention. Lord Tamar built it after the Luskan invasion, trying to win back the people's affections from Nashor, they say. There's a bard performing there now, fellow by the name of Kane. My grandson has heard of him, though I certainly haven't. Are there any merchants? Only a few. You can try the Academy Square just out front of the Archives building. You'll find a scattering of merchants there. Awesome. Best hold your nose if you're browsing their stalls. The shopkeepers serve the needs of the Academy students, so it's foul-smelling potions, I've nude, and the like. Farewell. Okay, so, what do you, have for sale, sir? Or ma'am? Why did I just, slingshot back there? Quills, parchment, and ink. I sell all varieties from the mundane to the exotic. What about you? Cheap bread here, only 3 days old, a copper for a loaf. Yum. Hey, older bread is definitely better for things like French toast. All things arcane sold right here. Looking for anything in particular? Show me what you have. Doesn't look like you have anything that I was hoping you'd have, but alas, what could I expect? Ooh, Flirtspar I can sell. I just didn't notice that. Gas claws. Yeah, I can sell those fire agate. Whatever. Stonefire axe +1, sure, why not? Arrow +1. Okay. So the strange ring doesn't really have any sort of enchants on it. Darn. Yeah, sure. Anything else? Doesn't really look like it. All the best. Okay, so what about you? You willing to sell anything? Used books and sundries, laundry washed for a copper. Yeah, that sounds quite useful. Castle Never, the Academy, and the Archives. Got it. Okay, so next up we go out to, I think they said Port Last. So let's go there. This place definitely looks a whole lot different than it did earlier in the original game. Almost as if they had a few decades and not years to repair this place. Okay, so I have all of these places to go to. Let's go back to the docks, get a party going, and then we should be able to go. Oh, hi. Who are you?
Come out of the shadows. I have no patience for your hostile tricks.
Right.
Surely you understand my caution.
And you are?
The Hostower has heard of your troubles and the involvement of the little flame-haired sorceress we have heard so much about. Our sympathies.
You mean Cora?
We even heard a rumor that she is fighting the rest of your students on the streets of Neverwinter. A terrible state of affairs.
The actions of those children are no concern of mine. They have been punished. But this girl, Quara,
That's what I thought.
she insulted my daughter and threatened to kill her. Tried to provoke her into some filthy tavern brawl in the Neverwinter docks. And that I will not abide.
But these crimes this girl Quara has committed, surely you have told the Nine what has transpired.
Indeed.
The Nine have their hands full with politics and troubles at the docks. They will not help, and especially with my house out of favor with Nasher.
Interesting.
This is something I wish to handle myself.
Dun, dun,
Yourself.
dun.
And yet you have contacted the Hostower about this matter. It is strange you would summon us. We are not welcome in Neverwinter, and never in the Academy grounds.
If you aid me, I will aid you. Neverwinter need not be closed to you and your school. I could promise you students, disciples, even slaves.
What?
And what is it you wish done?
I wish to hear Quara scream, to feel what it means to be burned by her own power.
Yeah, you're power
I
crazy
want Quara
guy.
to suffer.
To turn a sorcerer's power against them. It is an old technique, as old as Ilfarn itself. But I think you will find we are not strangers to this art.
Intriguing. And we are back in the tavern. Cutscene? Nope. So I think that'll do it for this episode. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment, or whatever you want. And as usual, this Someday is 44 signing out, wishing you a wonderful day and happy gaming. Farewell.